we were told, okay, so remember they said that Jordan Coyle had, oh, and if you hear my printer, right? Okay, because I got orders and it's still printing. Okay, so when it came to the Amber Alert in Wisconsin, we found out, or at least this is what they told us. They said that Jordan Coyle, who's an RSO, had cut his ankle bracelet off, quit his job, not shown up for his probationary meetings, and he had swung by the house at Grandma's where this little girl named Ruby, that's all we'll say, Ruby, is 6 years old, just got home, and she's at Grandma's house, and he grabbed the little girl, and away he went. An Amber Alert goes out. Every alarm in my house goes off, and I get on the case, and now we're finding out that that is not what happened at all. Okay, so we've got to get caught up here. We've got to understand what really took place. So, first of all, let me get over here to this. She wasn't even taken. This child that was found safe, allegedly the mother knew where she was the whole time. But the mother was protecting this man who had literally quit his job, cut his ankle bracelet off, and not shown up for probation because he was they were going to arrest him. And so he fled. He went to a location in the woods about 3 miles from the house and just pulled off into the weeds and into the brush and drove right into the trees, deep into the woods. And what really is being told now is that little Ruby considered him to be her dad. And he's an RSO. Not only that, but Ruby left Grandma's to go find him because she wanted to be with him. She was worried about him. Now, Mom is charged in the case. Oh yeah, obstructing an officer, abating and helping a felon. This is wild, you guys. What? That's why I said I gotta go live. Y'all know my channel. I ain't gonna come on here and talk nonsense. I don't do clickbait. It is nothing like we were told. This child was not taken. This child was found safe, thank God, because a 6-year-old should not be out there on their own going 3 miles to meet up with an RSO. But it all comes back on the mother. Allegedly, she knew the whole time where this child was because she knew where he was, because she was helping him. Can I beat my head on a brick wall? That's right, Nikki UK. You said Mom should be arrested. I know, Carla. You say it. Jesus, oh my Lordy. Good golly, Miss Molly, what is wrong with people? I agree. Aw, create a sign. Thank you, my lovely. Thank you. Evening, Pinky Angel. Good evening to you, gorgeous. Good evening to you. So, all right. We got to try to wrap our head around this stuff because I'm like, what in the actual world is going on, right? Let's get into this. Let's start with just the mom, all right, biological mom of Ruby, arrested in connection to her disappearance. All right, here you go. Here you go. Listen to this.
The mom of a 6-year-old girl in the center of last week's Amber Alert has been arrested. Ruby Lehman was found safe Saturday morning in the woods. Her uncle, Jordan Coyle, was taken into custody. Now Ruby's biological mother, Chelsea Lehman, who you see here, is behind bars. The Portage County District Attorney said that more information will be released tomorrow morning.
I don't know. Let me clean my glasses. I usually clean them before I come live. And I've been working on a lot of deck orders. Oh, yeah, you guys. Oh, yeah. I can't see a thing. My prescription ran out. We have, I have a new website. It is 1111. So you just do all ones. 1111. Decks, DECKS.com. Check it out. Check it out. Also hit the hype button and push the video, you guys. I just really appreciate it. So, mom is being arrested. She is being charged with all this stuff. And good, because this is how I knew. Thank you to the little 1111 Tweety Bird that tweeted to me and was like, hey, look at this. So I went over and I watched this little short from Grizzly True Crime, and I was like, what's going on?
We followed the case of a 6-year-old girl who was abducted by her non-biological uncle and was found just over 48 hours later in the woods with him, and he's a registered sex offender. Now her mother's been arrested too. We're still waiting to see what his charges will be. And now her mother, Chelsea Lehman, has been arrested. The biological mother booked into the Portage County Jail in Wisconsin on charges of aiding a felon and obstructing an officer. What did you do, lady? What do you mean aiding a felon? Did you know where they were the whole time, which was only 2.4 miles away from home? Oh my goodness. If you want to know more about this...
Yeah. You heard it right. You love the website? Thank you, Jenny Bill. Thank you, lovely. Check it out. There it is on the screen for those of you that are at home. I just clicked it and opened up a website. Didn't mean to. So, yeah. That's wild. And it even gets more wild. Listen to this. You are going to need... Are you sitting down? Are you sitting down for this? Listen close, folks. Listen close.
This morning, prosecutors just filed criminal charges against the mother of a young girl at the center of a statewide Amber Alert. 12 News' Mallory Anderson is in the newsroom. And Mallory, that little girl is safe this morning, but we've just learned that the mother and her kids were living with a registered sex offender in central Wisconsin.
Yeah, Jaron, a lot of new information has just been released by the Portage County District Attorney's Office, including how police think the little girl went missing last week. An Amber Alert went out for 6-year-old Ruby Lehman on Thursday from the town of Almond. Police believe Ruby was with Jordan Coyle, a registered sex offender who is also Ruby's uncle. After a 2-day search, they were both found safe, hiding in a wooded area in Almond. Police say Ruby was unharmed at that time and taken to safety while Coyle was arrested. This morning, Portage County District Attorney Cass Cousins revealed Ruby's mom, Chelsea Lehman, had recently moved into a house with Coyle, knowing he's a registered sex offender after being convicted of sexually assaulting a younger cousin 16 years ago. When the Department of Corrections learned children were living with Coyle, they issued a warrant for his arrest. The DA says officers went to the house with a warrant for Coyle last Tuesday, but he took off. Police believe Chelsea Lehman was helping him evade police, and she's now charged with aiding or harboring a felon.
Okay, stop right there. Chelsea's mom, while we were saying, where is she? Why is she not looking for her child? Blah, blah, blah. That's because it's just like we always say. You don't look for someone if you know where they are. Dang! She was helping him because there was already a warrant for the man prior to Ruby going missing. And so the mother was helping him and knew where Ruby was allegedly the entire time, and still let us go on with an Amber Alert and worry sick. I'm freaking the heck out that she could do this. Jenny Bill says laws need to be changed for mothers allowing these RSOs around children. Well, she just got her mommy card tore up. That's right, Jennifer. Hi, Liz. How are you doing? Hi, Carla. Hey, Nikki K. Pinky Angel. Good to see you. Yeah. There's more. Get ready. I kid you not, the bomb is coming. The big boom, boom, boom.
Mallory, we've also learned that investigators now believe Ruby walked away from the house looking for Coyle and don't think that she was ever abducted.
What? What? Let's listen to that little bit again.
Police, and she's now charged with aiding or harboring a felon.
And Mallory, we've also learned that investigators now believe Ruby walked away from the house looking for Coyle and don't think that she was ever abducted.
I don't think she was ever
It's a really interesting
abducted.
twist in this Amber Alert situation, Jaron. The DA says the little girl had formed a close relationship with Coyle, even calling him dad, and that she had gone looking for him after he escaped arrest last Tuesday.
Do you remember when I was doing my reading over on Crime Story Mama and I was pulling the card friend and dad, and I said, this isn't exactly the way we're all seeing it. He feels like he is the dad, the father, the primary caregiver of Ruby. And I said, I feel a lot of hope for Ruby. I said he was in a dispersed campground where there would be no electric within 10 miles of the home. So I know a lot of you that don't believe in tarot because it's against your religion. I'm spiritual. I believe that Jesus was a mystic. I believe God is within all of us because God created us. And yes, Jesus is my Savior. But I don't do divination and talk to idols and false gods. I pull cards in prayer with Jesus and the Holy Spirit. So I'm just saying, you don't have to like it. But the fact is, I nailed that reading to the point with me being so close. I even told Jennifer Swain on the phone, I was ready to just drive around to all the campgrounds and just see on the dispersed campgrounds if I saw the truck. That's how certain I was. And when everybody else was saying, I don't think that this is good, I think she's gone, I was like, I don't think so. There's hope here. And so if we want to really understand when we're hitting a brick wall analytically because we can't figure out what's going on, it was all in them cards. Just like when I did the reading over there on Charlie Kirk, his assassin, and I said Tyler is being influenced by not necessarily a female, but by a feminine energy, and this feminine energy is connected to a lot more feminine energy, and they hold a lot of power, and that he is basically connected to this person in a very intense way. I said all that before we knew about Fur Baby. I'm not political. I'm just saying, I lose subscribers right now. I'm losing subscribers. Jewels of All Trade is losing subscribers. All the smaller channels are losing subscribers. It's something with an update we have in YouTube. But it happens to be right where I'm no longer willing to hide, that I have the ability to really trust my gut because I follow God's lead. So I'm telling you now, God hired me. Who in the world is going to fire me? I'm done hiding. I'm no longer going to come on here and go, oh, I hope I get subscribers. I'm going to keep myself and my abilities hidden. No, screw it. I'm going to do me, right? That's why I've been fewer and fewer videos, because I know what's going on, because the cards are telling me, but I can't go get a news program to show you until way after the fact, because the cards are showing me ahead of time what's going on. I'm upset to see that the more I talk about spirituality, the fewer subscribers I'm getting. And I decided that is my ego caring. I have to do what's right for me. I always have to do me. And the truth is, my readings that I do have been up for 4 years on every single case I've ever done. And they still hold water to this day. They're still getting watched to this day. I'm still getting comments about those cases as people watch those videos. And so, I'm telling you now, I am going to be doing a few readings a week over here on cases where we feel like we're hitting the brick wall. If there's news, I'll bring it to you and I'll share it just like I am now, where I'm replaying news programs. But face this, if you really wanted to know the whole story, you would have went out and researched it and looked at a news program. You're more interested in the story, what is going on in a collective frame of mind. You want answers, and I know the answers. I can see them. If you go back now and watch any of my readings, especially if you watch my Charlie Kirk reading of his passing and what it shows, there is something tomorrow coming. I don't know what it is. I have no clue. I will tell you, and I'm going to spell it for you. Well, actually, I'm going to type it, and then I'll post the chat. There's something very big, and I can't use the word on the screen. I'll just say explosive news, right? Explosive news. Woo! Yes. I'm getting a big boom. And everybody's going to hear it either tomorrow or the next day, within the week. And I'm very concerned. I don't know where it is. I don't know who it is. I just know there's something coming. I said it last week when I was doing Charlie's read. Now, back over here on this case, remember, the mother has told the police that the child's missing. There's an Amber Alert statewide, which is so critical that only be used for actual missing children that are abducted, because we do not want to water down the attention that we get when we get an Amber Alert. You know, and I know, your heart stops when you get an Amber Alert. You stop what you're doing. You're like, hold on. And you read what the information is. You want license plate. You want make of vehicle. You want who they are. She knew all that. This woman knew all that. She knew where they were. I'm hot. I'm hot. That's right, Jenny Bill. You do you. We are on the same plane and path. We'll be here with you. That's right. The real core people that are willing to open up their mind, because it's going to be about discernment coming forward, and you're going to need the insight, or you're going to get misled. You're going to go down that public path where all the people, those are sheeple, that are following the false media reports, and you're not going to be paying attention. Like, what about this whole thing hitting our planet, well, coming toward our planet? Is anybody covering that case? That's going to be here in October, y'all. It's going behind the sun. But yet, most people are so worried about clicks and views that they're not covering these cases. I'm here to use my platform to awaken you to your own intuitive discernment so that you are protected. You already can see the false news all over every type of platform, whether it's social media, all this stuff, YouTube. We've got fake AI infiltrating, and you have people that are, after watching these fake news programs and these fake true crime shows on YouTube, will come to me and say, is it true that Summer Wells is found? And I'm like, no, that's AI. Don't ask me how they're allowed to do that. It's complete propaganda and falseness. So you're going to need to rely on those that have a face. When we were in the Jay Slater case, there was a channel, we'll just say a Smith channel, that was constantly tearing me up on my channel. I'd put out a video, this person would put out we can prove how that's not true, but they never showed receipts. All they did is talked in an AI voice. Yeah, there's a man and a woman behind that machine. Did you notice how they disappeared? Why? They even copy struck my channel because I used their content. Oh my God. Like, oh, what a crime. We all use each other's content. All of us use each other's content. We just give a shout out, and I indeed did. But at that time, I could not dare to tell all of you that that channel was against us because they were using this illusion of being a truth seeker, right? And so many of you believed it. And I was like, oh, hell no. All I said to all of you is, I'm just telling you now, this person isn't for the good. I was right. So I'm going to be sharing a lot of information because we could have known all this. Well, I knew a lot of where Ruby was because of where the card said. But before I even got my boots on for walking to get over there, I was still talking about like, okay, what will I do? Will I go hang up flyers? Is there a search? I was contacting locals that were saying there are no searches for Ruby because we don't know where to look. The police haven't released any info. We're waiting on the truck to be found. And I'm thinking, oh, in the middle of my reading, at the exact time I was doing my reading on Ruby, I had the Emperor and I had the King of Sword. And I said, it's like the cops are on them, like the cops are on them. Go watch it. That exact moment, if you go back and look at the time that I uploaded that live, is exactly the time that they were busting that campsite wide open. They found the truck and Jordan was on the run. So I know I'm not just another person that thinks they can read tarot. No, I can read it. And it's not because I can read tarot because I know what the cards mean. It's because I walk daily with Jesus in my heart. And that's why. So I was ready to go. 100%. Thank God she was found safe. Thank you, Jesus. Abducted or not, it's a horrific situation, and I greatly applaud the officers, and I don't usually get to do this. I greatly applaud the FBI and the DCI and everybody that was in on finding Ruby and doing it in such a thorough, good manner, and not allowing this to just, what's another kid, right? So I want to say thank you, and I don't get to thank officers that, like, I can't thank TBI in Tennessee for Sebastian or Summer Wells, right? Because they really haven't done anything. If you go to Rogersville and you look at the sheriff, his son's an RSO that doesn't even serve a day in jail. He's just another Jake Harrow that gets out because his daddy's the sheriff and wears that shiny little badge. So, you know what I'm saying, Bern? And it's really disheartening to find out that Ruby's mother knew. Well, there were those of us getting ready to figure out who's going to watch the dogs and who's going to be around for, my disabled son so that I can get my boots on and go out into God knows what. Me having mental issues because I'm saying to Jennifer Swain on the phone, I'm saying, God, I don't want to find no dead babies. I don't want to do that. I don't know if I could handle it, but I can't let this one go. And the mother knew the whole time the child was safe, and letting an RSO around her child, where the child's so close to him that she's calling him daddy, because that's what they said. She calls him dad. I want you to look at this. COYLE'S record right here. Second degree actual of a child, a Class C felony, Wisconsin statute 948.202, right? And it shows his current address at the exact address that this child was living at. The child, the mother, and this RSO shared the same address. Look at all this. And he knew he was being arrested. So he cut his ankle bracelet off and went on the lam. And Mommy was like, oh yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to help you out. We'll hide you. Do you want me to bring you some beans and rice out there in the wood? Do you need TP? I can bring you whatever you need, Jordan. Yes, Ruby can stay with you. I know you're an RSO. That's the word. That's one word. Unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable. Look at this. She's charged with aiding a felon and obstructing the officer. Lying to the police is illegal. You get locked up. You get locked up. She is arrested. The mother is arrested, Debbie. Mom going to jail. Do not pass go. She ain't collecting no $200, and she sure the heck ain't getting no free parking. You heard me right. The mother knew where Ruby was allegedly the entire time and was lying to police officers while an Amber Alert was going off, and our nation was like, oh my God, where is this baby? Please, Jesus, bring this baby home safe. And we were all worried sick. The mother knew. Anybody else at a loss? Yes, Chelsea is selfish, self-absorbed, and cares for houseplants more than sweet Ruby, who blessed to have been chosen to be Ruby's mom. We got to quit using the mom and dad for people that are like this. They're mobsters. They're mobsters. And it's just unbelievable. I do got a big heart. So do you. That's why we mesh so well, you know? Oh, that's right. If you would do me a solid, hit that like button and hype up the video. So we got to get hyping it up, they said. That's the newest YouTube thing. We'll try it. Kathy, hello. How are you doing, lovely? Karen says, surely the hospital saw that Ruby was SA'd by him. Throw away the key for both of them. We don't know if he SA'd her. We don't know what happened. We can't draw a conclusion. You have to remember, it was 16 years ago. He's only 34. He's a child at the time he did that, and it was with another child. So he wasn't an adult. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm not taking up for him. I'm just saying we cannot assume. SA was probably going on for quite some time, and that could be. There could have been a lot of SA going on for a long time, and we just don't know yet. I do too, Allison. Where's the hype button? We may not have it. It was here, and then it's gone. Some people get it. Some people don't. It's an experimental thing on YouTube. Some people are hitting the hype button like crazy for me over on Crime Story Mama, and cares more about the SO's well-being. Right. Oh, it shows up after the live. There you go. So it's on replay. Oh, and I want to shout out to you for being a beautiful replay crew, too. We love you so much, and you help so much. I appreciate you. Okay, so it appears after. You do have it. I do have it. Okay, thank you, Jennyville. So after the live, do me a solid, go back and hit that hype button. It literally sends a signal directly to YouTube that this is a good channel and that you want to share it, share it, share it, share it. Okay. See, Jennyville knows all the rules. You can only hype so many times a week. All right. I hope I'm honored enough. I hope I'm blessed enough that you'll hype me up. Hype me up! Aw, Debbie, thank you, lovely. You are so sweet that we're a priority to you. You guys are my sole priority. Hello, nobody cares. Welcome back, lovely. I do pray for Ruby. Definitely needed to be found. A child should not be on their own looking for their RSO uncle by marriage. Aw, Jennyville, thank you. I got all her hype. I love it. You guys are incredible. Yes, away from the mother and others. So for all those mommies out there that start thinking about, oh, I'm going to, shack up with an RSO, well, just remember, you won't have to pay rent soon because you're going to be in the clink. I got all yours. Oh, you guys are making me so happy. Thank you, Jennifer Swain, for giving me all your hype. Thanks for hyping me up. I feel like we need the GOAT. If you have headphones on, this is loud, like mama. Hi, Cheryl Ann. Thank you. You say I'm a proud subscriber and a member of both. Thank you, lovely. Yes, hype. YouTube has brought out a new hype button. And after you watch the live and it gets on replay, if you go to my channel on any of my little videos, there'll be a hype button, and if you hit it, it sends a direct signal to YouTube that says, this is a good channel. I want them to, be put out there. I want to hype them up. And what happens then is YouTube, for every time somebody pushes that hype button, they send out my video and more people see it. So it's very, very cool. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate it. We do love each other's. We do. I'm not going to be on here a great deal of time. I have a lot of orders to fill. I'm excited. I got my new printer. You guys, this is going to allow us to print so many more decks. I got the new deck cutter, which cuts these decks in an incredible way. All of it came yesterday. It was like Christmas. That's why I wasn't on. I got everything set up. And so watch our website, 1111decks.com, because not only am I going to be adding new decks, but I'm even updating the decks that I already have. So the new deck that just came out, I found a way to make it just so unbelievably beautiful. And I am also teaching tarot class. So if you want to be a true crime tarot reader like Mama D, and I'm the best teacher there is, I promise, because I take my time, I do it personal, and I get into the roots of it so that you truly understand. It'll help you in life, it'll help you in your cases, it'll help you in so many ways. Plus you'll learn to read the cards. I say plus because it's a good lesson. Now listen to me, y'all. If you're already a Starlight voice and you want that tarot class, we do it every Saturday. And there is a library building up that you can go and watch all the previous lessons on. And so you're not going to get behind. You can rewatch them as many times as you want. You can pause them in the middle. You can go back and replay all that because it's in the library for you. But we're on lesson 3 for those. And it's made for beginners. I'm taking you from not even understanding one thing about tarot quickly up to speed. All right? So we're going to be doing that. I just wanted to come out here and really let you know about Ruby. I'm like, oh my golly, the child was allegedly never abducted. They're reporting that this child, Ruby, had gotten home from school, learned that her uncle by marriage, who she called dad, don't even, who's an RSO, has cut his ankle bracelet on, quit his job, and now is on the run, has missed his probation. He's on the run. He's camping at a different campsites and moving around, right? So Ruby took off on her very own to go find him. How would Ruby have found him unless the mother took the child to him? Can a 6-year-old be able to figure out a random campsite that's not even a place that's ever been camped at before? Just the little trail of the truck leading off into the woods. Is the child going to be able to find that location on her own? 3 miles away? There's no way. There's no way. And if he did not abduct the child, then did Ruby's mom go pick her up and drop her off right there with the RSO? I don't know. You tell me, you guys. You tell me. I love you. I will see you again soon. And tomorrow I think we'll do a reading. Maybe over here. We'll see. I mean, what the heck? I'm already losing subscribers. I might as well just jump in and be me and not hide anymore. There's no point to it because y'all are going to need me in the near future. I love you, as always. I truly do.